Hello, this is that BMX guy. Welcome to part 3 of this Tamiya XV-01. So I bought this Z-Run or XR10 just stock hobby wing speed controller. It's 60 amps. It is sealed in this little box. It shows that I have solder post, unlike the Speed Passion where I don't have to worry about sliding a tiny wire through a tiny hole. It'll just have a little, solder post. Got 3 new wires along with a longer sensor wire. This sensor wire is 300 millimeters, the longest sensor wire I've ever seen in my life. So we'll get this thing kind of lined up and started, and I'll show you what's going on. Okay, so I already mounted this what's it called? Transponder. I might have to move it. Just like I'm gonna move this. I think I'm gonna make this not stand up. I'm gonna lay it on its back. The Speed Passion just keeps cutting out, so I'm just gonna pull it out and get everything out of here. I'll use this servo. I'll use this transponder. This is the transponder's wire. I'll just put this here. This isn't really good for wires. Okay, well, I'll just show you it pulled out. Okay, so I pulled out the speed controller, I unsoldered it from the motor. You have really no room to work, and actually bent those flanges up on that motor. If anyone's wondering, it is bent up. And I even kind of trimmed that brace back a little bit. Now, someone was saying you don't want to even use a heatsink because the sensor wire might hit the tire. Now, I don't know about that, but definitely is a really close fit, and I wish the sensor wire was here. Like some of the motors, it seemed like it was right up next to these guys, but this one has it here. But anyway, the receiver is ready to kind of be mounted wherever. This is the speed controller that was in there. This Speed Passion. It is an old speed controller, like 10 years old now, and it seemed like it was cutting out. And I think I figured out why this capacitor wasn't soldered on good. It's such a pain getting it to sit in there. I just don't understand why they can't just put a stupid capacitor like this on the speed controller. But yeah, that's probably what was causing it to cut out. But it's all off there. I'm gonna just take all the wires off and not use it. So we have the just stock's in this box. I gotta undo its plastic, and doing that one-handed is a little difficult, but we'll do it. I don't want you looking at my feet. Over this way, yeah. Okay, so I got the packaging cover off. Now we get the package apart. This may not come apart. It's just a thing that's too much packaging. But yeah. So yeah, the package is right there. We look at the size of this guy. It actually has wires on it, so I don't even have to really put wires on. I didn't think it had the wires already, but they might not be long enough, so let's just see what's going on there. I have to undo it out of this plastic positioning. We have some shrink wrap to protect stuff, outside tape, a little manual, some stickers. I have a feeling like I can still plug in the quick run crawler speed controller tuning box into it, and I can tune it to whatever I want. Let's say I want drag brake or reverse or something like that. I can turn on and off with that little box. It doesn't really say anything about that on the outside, but I can always see if I can. Anyway, it's out of its box. It's sitting right here. I got wires for it, thinking I needed them. And it may need them still, so we'll get it out of this plastic thing first. Okay, so after taking it out of the plastic packaging, it's kind of the same as a speed passion. In the sense it has this little fan, this tiny footprint, and I guess there's a light that blinks somewhere. But the wires that it comes with are too short. They're way too short. Plus I made it all the way here, and even then, it's still not gonna work. So I can kind of get it to go all the way back with these wires. So I gotta solder these wires onto it. It already has power connectors, so I guess I'll just use them. Or power wires. So I'll show it after it's changed over. Okay, so after a couple minutes, I soldered these new wires on. I even put the sensor wire on, so I have plenty of length to get to that motor. I'm trying to figure out where really to place it, which I guess right here would be fine. And I'm going to just keep this wire its length and just hook it to these ends. I'm going to just zip tie the capacitor wire to this wire. I kind of do that with other cars too, to make that a little simpler. These lower themselves good enough that they shouldn't be interfering with the cover where it sticks up. I can try to move this further back. Something's kind of holding me away, like wires. But yeah, that's how it's going to be. I'll show it fully connected. Okay, so I wired it in. It's soldered up. Sensor wires, ABC wires. Yes, they are colors. The colors that normally come with a brushless speed controller. You know, blue, yellow, orange. I put the rear guard on there, and I just lift this cap off so the fan can still suck air into it. I see no reason to even bother even sealing that area off. I mean, it just makes it too much of a pain. I put the receiver right where I said I was going to put it. Little antenna. The wires for the battery go right underneath, like so. So now I'm going to test, or turn it on. Actually, I guess I got to program it first, and then I'll turn it on. Okay, so it's wired in. Got the battery in. It's underneath the cover. It's plugged in. Turn on the radio. Turn on the car. I know some cars have fail-safes, but we don't need fail-safes. So, servo works fine. Get this transponder blinking. Yes, it is blinking. Speed controller doesn't seem to have any noticeable lights at the moment, but maybe you just can't see them. There's no timing, so I don't have to worry about timing. So it does have a louder ring to it than other speed controllers do. Supposedly not supposed to rev a brushless motor, even though it's so fast. But anyway, looks like the 21.5 is ready. I got the sensor wire on there. Everything here is fine. The nice loud electronic speed controller fan is on there. It has actual air intake for it and nothing's blocking it. Capacitor. And it doesn't seem like it cuts out. So I'll get this thing ready to go. And hopefully the next video it will be run. Anyway, this is that BMX guy, and thanks for watching.